And then he ended up telling me that we were never actually together. He said he was joking whenever he asked me to be his girlfriend. Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel, a relationship advice video. And I get a lot of questions on relationships. I'm not exactly sure why, because I'm single. I've been single as a Pringle for 3 years now about. And it's just funny because everyone always asks me questions. But anyways, so it's important to know your value as a person, your identity, who you are and who you're not. So it's important to realize this and know this and understand that you are not determined by what's been done to you. So if you've ever been violated in a way that was, either like morally wrong, ethically wrong, spiritually wrong, whatever. If you've ever been violated, that does not determine your value. If you've ever been talked bad about, that doesn't determine your value. If you've ever been cheated on, if you've even been, the person that has done harm to other people, just know that there is forgiveness and there is revival. There is a chance to redeem yourself. And maybe you're watching this and you have been that person before and you've wronged someone before, but you want to get out of that cycle that you're in. And I applaud you for that. And that's good. And you can definitely do that. So first and foremost, this is just my experience as a human, as a woman, dating men. And I haven't had a boyfriend in about 3 years. So like I said, single as a Pringle. But the difference is now that, and I've been healing from a lot of things and I haven't been ready mentally to really talk to anyone really seriously, whatever. And now that I'm just kind of coming to that point, the difference between the Jenna now and the Jenna before was that the Jenna before got pushed around a lot. She got taken advantage of a lot. She was a doormat. She didn't know how to stand up for herself. She didn't know what was wrong, what was right, what was okay, what wasn't okay. And she didn't know how to, hold her own and really protect herself. And the difference now is that I know that God has a plan for my life. He's saved me from so much stuff. He's given me strength. And now I have strength. Now I have identity. Now I have confidence. Now I have character. Now I have this whole bundle package of different things that I've learned from experiences that I've been through, some bad experiences and some extremely horrible, and some experiences that were good and some things that I'm glad happened. So it's just a mix of things, and that's what life is. And you probably have the same exact story. You have some good experiences and bad experiences, and you're just trying to figure out how to piece them together so that you can find someone to be with and, do this thing called life. So we're going to get into, okay, so tip number 1 or red flag number 1 is if they first respond by calling you names. So if they call you Nat, you're beeping, this, that, all these crazy names, honey, that is a big red flag that this person may have an anger issue. You do not want to be with someone that has an anger issue, because once that flip switches, you have no idea how they're going to respond to situations. Trust me, I've been in situations before that are abusive. You do not want that. It is scary. You think people tell you can trust them, but you can't. And the thing is, if someone has a really bad anger issue, they can't control what they're doing. Now, everyone gets angry. I get angry, you get angry, but there's different types of anger. There's controlled anger and uncontrolled anger. And there's that it's just different. You know what I'm talking about if you've been in that situation. So basically, if they get angry at you and they call you any type of name, just put that in a little box in your head and remember that as a red flag, okay? Next up, we have no job. So I understand people go through different things. They can lose their job, that's fine. But I'm talking about if they have no dreams, if they have no desire to do anything, if they cannot hold a job for more than 2 weeks because they get fired, if they cannot maintain some type of income and accountability and job or responsibility, that is a big no-no. You want to make sure that you can be with someone that can help provide and can provide for themselves, A, and B, if you're more traditional, provide for your family. Not even traditionally, but just in that situation. Like, I don't want to be with someone where I would be providing everything. No, like, I want to be taken care of too. And that means work ethic. You want to watch number 2. I don't know if this is 2 or 3. I'm really bad at keeping count. Okay, so how they treat their parents, how they talk about their parents to you, and what they say. So if a guy is rude to his mom, just in my experience, guys that don't treat their mom good don't really have the best attitude towards you once they get used to you, because the thing is, you're new and you're fresh and you're great whenever everything begins, but then when everything gets to, even out and pan out a little bit more as time goes on, that behavior gets reflected onto you because they're just a jerk. It's basically what it is. So that's a red flag. Things. So if you're asking them questions and they're hiding things from you, this is a big no-no. So why are you being secretive? If you have nothing to hide, why are you hiding something? Like, what? No. I was in this situation like 4 years ago with this guy. Me rolls my eyes. I'm sorry. He was just so manipulative and so mentally abusive. I look at myself now and I just wish that like someone would have shaken me, and like I wish I would have shaken myself and just opened my eyes up. So long story short, he gave me all these red flags in the beginning, and I just ignored them because he would tell me that he was falling in love with me, and I would just get so like clinged on to the idea that, oh wow, someone loves me, someone cares about me, I must be important because he's saying these things to me, that means I matter. And he manipulated me into doing like all these crazy things, and like I don't even know, that'll be a whole nother video. But it's the little things first. So if someone starts out hiding little things from you, it's gonna get bigger and bigger. And long story short, that situation, he ended up cheating on me with like 4 different people. Went to Miami, put on his Snapchat him with naked girls for spring break, like sucking on their boobs, like disgusting stuff that I opened up and watched because he forgot to block me. And then he ended up telling me that we were never actually together. He said he was joking whenever he asked me to be his girlfriend. Oh my gosh. I was like, what? The guilt game. So if someone is going to guilt you into doing something, bye honey, the door is right there. If I want to do something, I will do something because I want to do it. If I want to buy you something, I'll buy you something because I want to do it. Whatever the situation is, if you guilt me into doing something, we're going to have a problem. So you just want to put that as a big check mark next to your brain that is probably a red flag, because no, guilt not happening. Next. Okay, this video sucks. I'm probably not going to upload this. Next is if they are bad with their finances. Now, I understand we all have different areas of finances that matter to us and whatever, but someone that's very careless with their money are just completely reckless. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, completely reckless, and they don't care. That is something that I don't agree with. I think it's important to be responsible with your finances. I think it's important to have some type of plan with it. It doesn't mean you have to have everything lined out, but just some type of, at least a little bit in your savings or something. Like seriously, like this is life we're talking about. So having similar financial goals and ideas is important. That way you guys don't clash whenever you start talking about different things, because whether we like it or not, money, very high reason why people get divorces, why people break up, because they don't agree with different, financial situations. So it's important to talk about that. And I know it's hard to talk about because that's one of those things that's like, but it's better to get it over with and to really try to figure that out and work through that together. And money does not buy happiness, but those situations help whenever you figure out like your budget and you know, all that good stuff. So if your partner makes you feel stupid, it's time to cut them off, because you do not deserve, let me tell you, you do not deserve to be manipulated, to be made feel guilty, to be made feel stupid. It's different if someone's like lightly sarcastic or joking around and they're like teasing and they're making fun of you in some type of way, but I'm talking about literally stupid. It's not okay. Point blank. So the next one is if they refuse to make your relationship public. So I hate to break it to you, but if they're hiding you, they're hiding you. And it sounds very obvious, but a lot of girls are in denial. I know at one point I was in denial whenever the guy that asked me to be my girlfriend or my boyfriend, but he ended up joking about it whenever he cheated on me with like 4 different people. I just want to claw his eyes out. I'm just kidding. So if they are hiding your relationship from the public, that is a big red flag. That means they're literally hiding you. Do you want to be hidden? Unless that's something that I guess you mutually consent to, but I just, no, it's not for me. I am like, show me off. I want to be known. Where's the camera? Base right here. Everybody must know we're together. I'm like that person. So I can't relate to that wanting to be hid person. This one is so big. If they cannot apologize to you, if they do not know how to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Oh my gosh, like we are all wrong. I literally am wrong like 40 times a day. I'm wrong right now probably. No, I'm just kidding. But literally, if they don't know how to apologize, honey, what are you, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing with them if they are gonna put the blame on you? Like that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is if you are wrong, you need to apologize. Hello. I know sometimes our pride gets in the way, and that happens. I can relate, like if your pride gets in the way and if it's embarrassing, but you need to put your pride to the side, you need to put on your big girl pants and you need to say, I'm sorry for what I did. I was wrong. I will work on it and I will try not to let it happen again. You know, like there is growth in different situations, 100%. And it's okay to admit that you're wrong. You don't want to be with someone that thinks that they know everything. I don't want to be with someone that thinks they know everything. And let me just get this out on the table. Just because I am putting all these red flags out there and kind of giving advice on this, it doesn't mean that, you know, people are perfect. No one is perfect. I am not perfect. I'm literally the farthest thing from perfect. And if someone claims that they are the perfect package and there's nothing wrong with them, run. Put on your running shoes and get the heck out. You do not want to enter that, because those are the types of guys or girls that are crazy. No, but seriously.